Hi, my name's Keith Cooper, and this is one of my series of short videos looking at aspects of black and white photography, and in particular things you can try if you're a bit stuck, if you're looking for ideas, or you just want to improve your black and white photography. Now, as I always say in all of these things, the best way to take better photographs is take more photographs. So go out there and take photos. Stay indoors and take photos, whatever you like really. But anyway, this particular one, I'm going to have a look at the value of your archives. Now, I'm going to assume that most people actually keep significant quantities of photographs they've taken. And if you're like me, most of them you'll have a look at and you'll perhaps not look at them again, if at all, ever. Now, I make a point of every so often just diving into the archives and looking through for new photos. Now, the example I've got here, this is the first example to me of the importance of keeping your archives. It's actually a film shot. I took this in probably 1987 or thereabouts, and it was shot on film. I perhaps did a contact sheet of it, and then it went into the collection of negatives that I've still got somewhere safely put away, and nothing ever happened with it. I tried printing it in the darkroom a few times, nothing much happened. I scanned it, and this would be probably 2000, 2003, something like that, quite a while ago. I scanned this image, and then in processing it digitally, I cropped it. There was a lot more beach on this picture. Now, if anyone's known my website over the years, this used to be the front page, picture on the front page for quite a few years, quite a while ago, but I've had this one. I really like it. It's a place called Shingle Street in Suffolk, on the Suffolk coast. I grew up on the Suffolk coast, and this is, a meaningful picture to me, one that I like. But it's one that I overlooked for years because I never considered cropping it. It was in the archives. It was a black and white picture. It was film. I think it was shot on Tri-X. I honestly am not sure anymore because there's no EXIF data with film, obviously. Another example, a newer example of a picture would be one that was taken as an ordinary digital picture. This was taken probably 2004 on a Canon 1DS, 11 megapixel. This is a vertical crop from a picture. It's a crop of a waterfall near Steamboat Springs in Colorado, and that as a picture on its own I never much liked. It was okay. It wasn't until I did a dramatic crop like that I thought that works. In particular, this one here was printed as a near 6 foot high print to go in a stairwell in a restaurant. They wanted a tall picture of a waterfall or something like that. I went through the archives, found that one. Keep your archives, look at them. Now, I'm talking about black and white photography here. I'm going to assume that your archive is in colour. Well, look at the basics of colour to black and white conversion. Have a look through your collection of colour images. See if there's any you think, well, that might be interesting to look at in black and white. Do a basic black and white to colour conversion. Nothing fancy. Here's a picture, a very colourful picture, and it's the reason I took it, as in Wyoming. I've got a video and articles that actually look in much more detail about aspects of converting this to black and white if you're interested in the technicalities of it. But a default black and white conversion of it gives you that. Two very different images. Now, it was the colours that attracted me. And this default conversion, it's a little flat. I'll come back to that in another video when I look again at some aspects of colour to black and white conversion. But take your colour images, just try a basic conversion to black and white. Which ones, do any of them look better? Do any of them look worse? Learn to see in black and white. It just helps. I find that going back through those colour images, I can look at some and I can see some of them I took thinking this will make a good black and white shot. Others I can see I took this will make an interesting colour shot. Some I look at and go, why did I take that? I don't know, but I keep them all the same because it's valuable to look at the pictures you don't like as well as the pictures you do like. And then I just go back and just experiment with them. Now, the tools for doing black and white conversion, you needn't do anything fancy. I'll come back to, as I say, on another video, I'll look more at actually the conversion of colour to black and white and what you might consider. But really, I'm just saying, you've already got lots of photos. Are there any gems in there that you just overlooked? Whether it's by dint of a crop, because this was a black and white film shot, or it's just that you'd never even thought of it in black and white. Worth experimenting, costs you nothing these days, just a bit to go through your archive. And it's always good to look back at your archive anyway, just to see why you took pictures, or more to the point, see if you can work out why you took the pictures, which is, I have to admit, sometimes the case with me as well. Anyway, I hope these short videos are of use. Please do subscribe to the channel. I'm going to have lots more stuff. I already cover lots of printing and cameras, aspects of lenses. But if you've got questions, please do ask, since it's often people's questions that send me off on new routes and give me ideas for doing videos. So thanks very much.